In this video, we're going to be modifying CCI Phantom internals to be used in a Nelson 007 pump pistol. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to knock out our CCI hammer sear, and I'm just using a very small outer diameter nail to knock the sear pin out. Now I'm just using a pin, that same hammer pin, to line up and compare the top of the two sears. We can see that the Nelson 007 sear has more area in the front of the sear pin hole. That's going to need to be ground down with a file. We can see it right there. That's the area we're going to file down. The Nelson 007 sear that we're using is just a stock sear from a stock 007 hammer. I'm going to take my file, I'm going to remove area from the front of the sear pin hole. And now, with the area in front of the sear pin hole filed down, we can compare it. We can see right there is the ground down area. And now we can compare that to our Phantom hammer sear. And we can see that the top profile is essentially the same, which will allow our 007 sear to latch up enough to catch on to the Phantom bolt. And we're going to drop it into the Phantom hammer body. We're going to put our hammer, or we're going to put our nail pin in there just to keep them lined up. We're going to tap it a little bit to knock our pin in all the way. Now we're going to make sure that our bolt catches perfectly on our hammer, and it does. So now we're going to disassemble our Nelson 007. First we're going to remove the rear valve body screw. Take our rat attack changer off with our JT sticker on it. Now we're going to remove our front grip frame screw. Now we'll remove our side valve body screws. Of course, I've sped all of these up. Now we can remove our valve body. And now we can remove our pump arm screws from the bolt. This bolt is a Ranger bolt and hammer, so it's dual tapped and the body's cut for dual slots. We're only going to use one slot on the Phantom internals, but on the Ranger internals I was able to use both sides. So we'll remove our spring, and now we will remove our nylon Allen screw, which keeps the adjuster in place. Make sure our bolt, our pump arm screw bolt fits that, and it does. And now I had to remove my TPC because it was cross-threading for some reason. So I dropped in a classic non-TPC adjuster, which is just the Allen adjuster. Now we're going to drop our internals into our Nelson body, put our one pump arm screw in, and stick our valve body back in, put our grip frame back on, thread in the front grip frame screw and the rear grip frame screw. These are sped up again. And now we'll make sure that it cocks. And it is cocking without air. And that's the modification that we'll have to do to get our Phantom internals to work. Here's the same CCI internals dropped into another beater, Nelson 007 Nelspot. Dry fires without air seem to cycle fine. Should work.